Hey guys, this is Michael from the future. I'm currently editing the episode, and I figured I might as well pop in and just say a few things because I have a pretty big announcement. So I recently found out that the computers here are very capable of video recording, and um yeah. So that means, on my mind, the podcast, the show that has been, you know, an audio only experience for the longest time, is now finally in. Well, okay. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I still don't know yet, but here's a little preview. In three, two, one. Hello. Hi. Yeah, this is me, Michael Martinez, introducing you to the podcast. And yeah, oh gosh, this feels so weird. I'm not used to seeing myself. I'm used to hearing myself through these headphones, but not so much seeing myself on the cam or displayed monitor. Yeah, so there's a camera there, which we might be moving over here so you can get a better view of the camera. Not the camera, of like everyone really, if I ever have guests. But yeah, and also like it'd be really weird if, like, I usually sit like this during podcast episodes, yeah, I mess with the buttons, I make a joke, haha, funny, that kind of deal. And this is like obviously a super weird angle, right? So we're gonna be moving the cameras, and hopefully I can. I'm not really sure actually, but yeah. So video preview to the podcast. I feel like this would give those of you who listen on YouTube, something to work with, right? Is like, yeah, like we did it. Yay. I'm so awkward. Yeah. So for those of you on YouTube, you guys will finally have something to watch, instead of, just staring at my logo the entire time. I just hope that it makes for a better experience. And yeah, I've been wanting to do this for like such a long time now, and I didn't realize that I was able to. I just haven't really like tested everything out yet. So, new semester, we're trying out new things. I'm experimenting, and that's kind of the whole spiel, the whole announcement that I wanted to say today. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. This episode was great. Actually, I think I talk about, like, for those of you on YouTube, you aren't really missing out on much. No, wait, for those of you on Spotify and those audio only platforms, you aren't missing out on much. But I'm here to say that that's probably not going to be true in the next couple of weeks. We'll see when I start implementing video recordings. Obviously, it makes the whole file size like way bigger, and stuff like that. So I'll have to, like, figure out the kinks. And yeah, I'm super excited for this, and I hope you are too. So for those of you guys listening on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or any of those platforms, you guys can still listen to the episodes. I mean, it's not really going to be that much different, except it's like when I upload to like YouTube. However, it's literally just an image of my logo, and I wanted to make something more interactive, more engaging. Because I mean, there should be like somewhat of an incentive for listening on YouTube, because it's like you're watching a video, right? And so you expect to be watching a video, not, just an audio playing over an image. Yeah. And I mean, if you want to listen on Spotify, you want to listen on any other platform like that, by all means, go ahead. Like, the reason they're there for you is, I mean, for you, it's just for like convenience, really. If like you just want to listen to the podcast while cleaning your room or something, I don't know. Just go ahead. Like, you don't need to watch the video, but just also know that it's there on YouTube. And, I hope this, makes for better content. Kinda. And now there's a lot of like nonverbal cues, nonverbal things that you guys miss out on the show, that now we can capture using this camera. So I'm, again, super excited. I feel like this blurb has gone on for way too long. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Thank you guys so much for all of you who submitted questions. You guys, freaking Angel, you specifically, I'm calling you out. Damn, you came in clutch. All right, so this was fun. I hope you enjoy this. Now back to staring at my logo if you're on YouTube. Otherwise, yeah, bye.
I just use it.
Yeah, that's why I haven't like shown my face on this podcast. Like, the only thing associated with it is my voice.
That's true, yeah.
And like
face reveal.
Maybe future.
Maybe future.
Hold on.
If this episode gets 1,000 likes.
Oh my god, bro! My mom. So way back in the day, my mom was like, or I asked her, I was like, "Can you be a guest on the show?" And she was like, "If your podcast gets, or if one of your episodes gets 100 likes, then I'll do it." I think it hit like 3. It was pretty funny. By the way, if you're watching this episode, please like the video.
Please like the video.
Hi. What? Damn.
All right.
Welcome to On My Mind, the podcast featuring yours truly, Michael Martinez. Last week, I didn't upload an episode because the college's library was closed due to COVID restrictions, but we're good to record in the studios again. So hello. Hope all is going well. And if you remember the first episode back in September, dude, I had Miguel as the first guest of Volume 2, and he's back for another episode. How you doing?
You guys, it's Oliver. Nice to see you. Yeah. My name is actually Oliver. I'm not Miguel. Okay.
Oh,
so
my bad.
just want to make sure that's out there. But yeah, I'm back, ready for another semester and ready for more life.
Anyway, I mean, today's going to be a pretty chill day. I have a bunch of questions from you guys. So, of course, follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. It's at OMM, the podcast. And you could take a look at the screen for those of you listening on YouTube. We also stream on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or whatever platform you're listening to the show on. We don't have a camera or anything, so those of you on the audio only platforms aren't really missing out on much. But anyway, we're on a bit of a time restraint here, so from a Q&A sprinkled with chatter in between, I present to you On My Mind, the podcast. So let's get this show started with the first question. I mean, this is kind of like more towards me, because I like forgot to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna have a guest. By the way,
yeah, I don't exist. Podcast.
Wait, did you just cuss?
No, I just said I don't exist in the podcast.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I was about to. Anyway, so the first question was, how's your girlfriend?
I guess that applies to me too.
Yeah.
So you can go first.
Okay, but like there was 3 separate questions from 3 different people asking the same question. So I was like, damn. Yeah. So the first question: how's your girlfriend? How's the missus? Are you and Melanie mutually exclusive? Yes to that last one, and then for the other 2. I mean, honestly, she kind of had like a bit of a rough week. Homework really did her dirty, and she's kind of a little bit overwhelmed. But now it's the end of the week, so yeah, it's gonna be. Hope she's gonna be all right. She's back home. She went back like home from campus and get to spend time with family. Imagine being able to do that. Damn. Yeah. I only live like 2,600 miles away from home. And then Oliver is not that far. Like he lives in Texas, so
yeah, it's pretty far away.
There's that. But yeah, I'd say
did she go to school?
Wait, what?
Where did she go for college?
She stayed in California. She's attending the University of Redlands.
Redlands, okay.
Yeah, I have never heard of it.
Yeah, me
until
neither. I have no idea where that is. Don't worry.
It's like closer to like San Bernardino. It's a little bit more southern, a little bit more inland. I don't know. Anyway,
California geography.
How's your girlfriend?
She's doing okay. Yeah, she goes here. It's been okay. Like obviously the first weeks were rough just because it's been snowing a lot here, and like walking outside is a pain. But yeah, and even like during the first week where we just had to be on Zoom all the time, just being inside was very deteriorating, and it just sucked. But yeah, no, she's doing fine. We're hanging out. Things are good, and hopefully they'll continue to be good.
Let's go.
Like just like, you know, with school and everything and COVID too, obviously. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, dude. Actually, two people asked about the snow. The first question is, how are you feeling about the snow? I'll let you take this one first.
Oh man, I don't know. It's just weird because like sometimes it's like it definitely is bad in a way, in the sense that like it doesn't let you. It takes you longer to go to places just because you have to like put on layers and then you have to go outside and you have to walk in the snow, which like sometimes it can be pretty dangerous because you can slip. But yeah, it's been kind of awful, especially last week where we had that giant blizzard.
Yeah.
And everything was covered in snow. And I remember I was walking to go get food from the dining hall.
Oh no.
And I felt like I was walking through that, what's it called? You know, that planet from Star Wars where it's like just covered in snow. It was like that.
Oh, people.
It was like that. Like the wind was blowing. There was snow.
Does it start with an H?
Yeah, it's like Hoth.
Yeah, something like that.
Hoth, yeah. Yeah, I felt like that. So yeah, I was ready to see some, what's it called, AT-ATs in the distance.
Yeah, dude. Nah, I mean, for me, I'm like definitely not used to the snow whatsoever. So this was just like, you know, staring at my window like in awe, just like whoa.
Oh, whoa, with your jaw all the way down.
Hitting the floor.
Hitting the floor.
Yeah. But I think the most annoying part for me is like how much water and like snow you bring in after you come back.
Yeah, like the floors are just covered with water and what's it called, the rock salt or whatever they put on the floor.
Oh, the rock salt's the worst, dude. But I mean, you know, it prevents us from, you know,
slipping.
dying. So yeah.
Slipping and dying, and we don't want that. Nobody wants that.
But yeah, I mean, I posted about it on my story. I actually did a post today as well. It's starting to snow. I think there's going to be like it's going to be snowing all day today.
Yeah, it's going to be snowing today.
Today's Friday, February 4th, by the way. It's been snowing. It was kind of like, I think it rained yesterday and then now it's snowing.
Yeah, yesterday was weird. It was like raining. It wasn't snowing. Like the snow was melting, but it was raining at the same time because it was just like a little bit warmer than usual. So yesterday was just kind of awful. And today's awful too. Hopefully the weekend isn't as awful. I'm really hoping.
Yeah, I think last week we got somewhere of like 16 inches of snow. I could be wrong. And then this weekend, I think we're only getting like 8. I say we're only, but I mean, that's still a lot of snow.
That's still a lot, you know, compared to where we're from.
Bro, I don't even get that many inches of rain.
I know, like, imagine snow. I'm pretty sure Texas right now is also having like a cold snow like day or something like that, and people are going crazy.
I mean, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, like I remember, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but the freeze, like people were just going insane because no one is used to the snow, and people would drive even though it was snowing, and there were like a lot of car crashes and people's power went out because our power grid is so amazing.
Woo!
Yeah, go Texas power grid. And then, like luckily nothing happened to me or my family, but a lot of people were just like going insane about it.
Yeah. If it starts snowing in California, I'm going to be like, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Well, I mean, Southern California, where I'm from. But yeah. The next question was, have you tried yellow snow? I said, I posted on my story and I was like, I'm going to answer all of them. So that's what we're here to do.
I've tried.
Oh, God.
Wait. I haven't tried yellow snow.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've tried what we call brown sugar. Okay. Which is essentially the same concept, but it's not like it doesn't use what yellow snow uses. It uses something else.
Chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate.
Right.
Okay.
What?
You don't know what brown sugar is? It's like the sludge. You know, like the sludge you see on the sidewalks where it's like dirt.
Oh.
That's brown sugar.
How'd you try it? Did you just like eat like crap?
I was down on all fours and then I just started licking. No, don't do that. Please don't do that. That's bad for your health.
Viewer discretion is advised. No, I haven't tried yellow snow. I've seen it though. Like
You seen it?
Where? On the quad. I was like walking to Hannaford.
Hannaford.
That's what my roommate called it. Like he's been calling it Hannaford. Cole. He's been calling it Hannaford since like he was a little wee child. And it just kind of stuck in our room.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he must have been like 4 or something. I don't know. But yeah, like we were just walking to like get some groceries before the blizzard, and then we walked by. I was like, "Ain't no way,
no way, boy! I gotta try this for myself." You just stick your finger on it, and then you lick it.
Okay. The next question. How has college been for you? Hope you're doing well. Thank you to the person who sent that question. Appreciate it. This is my good friend from middle school. He was like my first friend from middle school back in 6th grade. You know, you thrown into like a new world, multiple classes in a day, like what? That kind of thing. But yeah, hope you're also doing well if you're listening to this episode. But college has been interesting. Dude, I feel like I've been here for so long, but it's only been 2 weeks.
That's true. Yeah.
And it's just like there's so much to do. Online classes were kind of rough. Just like although it was a little bit more convenient because I have an 8:30 a.m. class, and it was so much easier to just roll out of bed and then hop onto my desk and like join a Zoom call. But now I had to like...
Now you have to walk.
Yeah. Damn.
In the snow.
And in the cold and in the snow. It's not that fun. Dude, like I have back-to-back classes on Monday. So I'll go into class and it's like, I don't know, pretty freaking cold in the morning. And then I get out like at 11:30 and it's like warm-ish, or it's a lot warmer. And I'm like, damn, and I feel overdressed. But, I mean, so far it's been fun. I've been going to the gym again, kinda, not consistently, but you know, I try when I can. And, I've been eating probably a lot healthier too, and waking up a lot earlier than over winter break. My voice kind of cracked. Ignore that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I haven't reached the point where like it's overwhelming. Where it's just like, you know, the bulk of the semester, and it's just like so much work, a lot of exams, that kind of deal. We're kind of starting off slow. I'm actually like ahead in all my work right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually very nice, but also at the same time, I'm one of those people where like, if I'm not doing something like quote unquote productive, I kind of feel like, you know, like I feel like I should be doing something. And yeah, so it's like a good and kind of like a bad thing to be super ahead. 'Cause it's like, I don't have anything to do except watch YouTube. I don't know, take a walk, play Pokemon Go, dude, I've been playing Pokemon a lot. I'll get to that. It's a further question, but right. Yeah, I don't know. How's college been for you so far?
It's definitely been interesting. Like, just the first week was kind of terrible, but then after that, it got better and better. Right now, my classes are okay generally. I guess I am invested in one class, which is like taking a history of film, and essentially we just go over. Well, it's from a certain time period, which is, if I remember correct, it's like from the very beginning up to 1935. So it's like late 19th century and then up to 1935. And we watched Birth of a Nation, which was pretty interesting because
I don't think I've heard of that.
You don't have? Yeah. Okay. So for those who don't know, it was made in 1910 and it's 3 hours long.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to sit 3 hours through that, and it's a silent film too. So like, it was just 3 hours of music, like, you know, orchestral music and just, you know, title cards and old film. But the interesting thing, or like the controversial thing about it, is that the movie is really racist.
That took a 180.
Yeah, like it's definitely, it's controversial because it's just racist. Like, it glorifies the KKK, and it, you know, like,
yeah,
it's very racist towards African Americans and just anyone who isn't white.
Well, I mean, like context, like it was 1910. Of course.
It was made in 1910, and like there's a lot of like interesting stuff about it because like one of the I think it was Woodrow Wilson, like endorsed it. So that was a thing. And also, what else? There was also like some, what's it called? Apparently there was like a director's cut of it that was like supposed to be the original one, which had like a bunch of other things, like a bunch of other big no-nos. But like people during that time, they were like, okay, this is probably not the best film, so like you should probably cut some of that off. And the guy who did it is, I think it's D.W. Griffith or something like that, the director. Yeah, he had to cut off some stuff, and it was pretty interesting too, because we were also on the topic about like lost film, like, you know, like how like apparently most of the films from the United States were lost to time between like most early films are lost, and like we don't have a lot of evidence about that. So we were talking about that too. It's pretty interesting. That's like probably my favorite class as of right now.
That does sound pretty sick. I was thinking about taking like a cinema studies class or something. I wanted to do the crime film first year writing seminar.
It was really good. I actually, looking back at it, because when I was in it, I thought like it was kind of a lot, because you just have to go to a lot of screenings and you have to write a bunch of stuff and read a bunch of stuff. But looking back at it, it was actually pretty fun, because the movies we watched were amazing. We watched all three Godfathers. We watched like the original Scarface and the remake. We watched like a bunch of classics like Little Caesar and the original Scarface. What else did we watch? And we watched like a bunch of weird ones where like it was during the 80s. So it's like, I remember Married to the Mob was weird. And then Prizzi's Honor was really
I got you.
Prizzi's Honor was weird. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, guys.
It's all right.
What else did we watch? I can't remember the rest of them, but I really like the Godfather trilogy. I thought it was pretty good.
I don't think I've ever seen any of those movies.
They're pretty good. They're just
they age well.
They did age well. I think they are pretty, like, even for for right now, like, because it was made 72. The first one was made 72, and then the second one was 74, and then the third one was made like 20 years later, like in the 90s. So, yeah, I feel like it still lives up to this day. Just sort of like, especially because like the way I rank them is 1, 3, 2. So yeah, I would definitely recommend if you like crime film, or if you like just watching movies in general. If you think, if you just like watching movies, it's just a really, really good trilogy. And like people like, because beforehand I didn't know about it, and people would be saying like, oh, it's so good, and you know, you have to watch it. And I thought people were just like, you know, like blowing it up as, you know, like this masterpiece, and it was probably going to be like overrated. But once I did watch it, I realized, okay, this is actually really, really good. Because, you know, that happens a lot, you know, where people are just like, oh, you got to watch this. It's so good. And then you watch it and just like, what am I watching?
Damn.
Yeah.
But all your friends are like crying and shaking right now.
Oh, I didn't say that happens all the time. I'm just saying that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to specify what.
But kind of going back to that movie, the first one you mentioned, The Birth of a Nation, it reminded me, it's February, it's Black History Month. So that's pretty nice. February is also my birth month. Let's go. It's tomorrow, by the way.
Damn.
Yeah.
What?
I
forgot. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with like keeping up with birthdays.
I think yours is coming up too. It's like the 18th. The 15th.
The 15th.
Yeah. Okay. We just talked about it. Yeah. Because Sebastian's is on the 18th.
Yeah, Sebastian's
I always
on the 18th,
get you guys mixed up.
And I'm on the 15th. Yeah. Everyone's birthday is on February for some reason. I'm trying to think.
It's the best month.
It is the best month and the shortest month. My girlfriend's birthday is on February. Who else is on February?
No, mine's in June. Well, my girlfriend's is in June.
Okay. I thought you said you were. I was like, you just said it was February. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, yeah. It's February. Who else? Sebastian, you, me.
I have a couple of friends from back home whose birthdays are like on Valentine's Day.
Oh wow,
and
that's nice.
I think there's a couple of people on my floor too. Oh, my roommate's is February 25th.
Yeah, like everyone's on the February train.
So then what okay, 9 months before, where does that place us?
May.
Yeah.
May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Yeah, May.
Whoa. Okay, well, I guess May is like the time to anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you kind of touched on this a little bit, but the next question is like favorite class so far.
Yeah, kind of already said that.
Yeah, I think for me, so right now I'm taking data structures, which is like a.
I hate comp sci. I'm sorry.
I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's like super rewarding, but it's also kind of challenging sometimes. And then I don't know. I just kind of like I'll sit there for hours, but then when I'm done with it, I'm like, it's the greatest feeling ever. I don't know.
That's true. I remember that in my comp sci class, I took intro to comp sci last semester, but I feel like for me, just like the stress and the, like
yeah, you gotta have a lot of patience.
Yeah, the stress and the hard work just outweighs the reward. Like obviously the reward is there for me, but I'm like, it took me like 4 hours to do this.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point, bro? So I just took that class and I did pretty good on it grade wise. I don't remember what I got, but I'm pretty sure I know I didn't get any B's, so it was either A- or an A.
Oh damn.
But yeah, I couldn't with that.
I got a B+ last semester for my research design and psychology class.
Is that?
It's
who teaches it?
Rothschild. Well, I mean, he taught it last semester. I think it's a different one this semester.
Okay, yeah, because I'm taking intro to psych this semester.
Yeah, he normally does like social psychology. He's like that kind of field. It was a pretty interesting class. You just pretty much learn like the basics of research in psychology and how to write an APA paper. It was pretty fun, but the class was just like the homeworks he would give us. He was like super nitpicky with his grading. Like I would lose 1/4 of a point on some problems,
bro.
No, literally. So yeah, that's the only reason why I got a B+. Yeah, because that class doesn't have any exams or anything. Those homeworks are like
those are what weigh the grade.
Yeah, it's pretty much like the take-home exam. And I guess I could have done better, like because we also had to turn in like the final research paper that we did. But I mean, I don't know, whatever. That semester's over. This semester, I'm taking data structures, and then I'm also taking integral calculus, which is, I mean, it's just math.
It's just math, yeah.
And then I'm also taking English composition, which is like a writing class. It definitely feels like another writing seminar. But yeah, it gives me like, I don't know, a lot of kind of what we took over the summer for GCS with Purnell. Because we like right now we're kind of like in the grammar like lessons and stuff like that. And I remember the big old book that we got.
Oh, yeah, the blue book.
That thing's gonna come in clutch. Yeah. I don't think he ever like checked those.
No, he checked it once and then he just dropped it. He's like, you know what? Like, we have more important things to do.
He was like, these people can write. I think
these people can write.
Yeah, and so it's a small class. It's pretty nice. And then my other class is introductory astronomy, which is also pretty interesting. The universe is like, whoa, when you like think about it. But right now we're kind of going over like star maps and like pretty much how that looks from the earth, like how we see things from the earth and like how they move across the sky. It's pretty cool. That class involves a lot of like night watching where you go stargazing.
Oh, you have to do that?
Yeah, that's like part of the class.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
What do you mean? I thought that was cool.
Yeah, but in this weather?
I mean, we're probably not going to do it till like later in the semester.
Oh, okay. I thought you started doing it. That's what I was like.
No. Well,
What?
I mean, I don't know when we start, but I'm hoping it's definitely not now.
Yeah, no, in this weather.
Yeah. So I'm starting to pick up on a couple of constellations and
Constellation.
Yeah. Wait. I'm also kind of like learning my direction, like northeast, west, south. Where's if we're the library here? South is that way. No,
That's north.
that's north.
Yeah. South is the other way.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I'm big
west.
brain.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so that's pretty interesting. I had to say my favorite class would probably be, honestly, I don't know yet. We haven't done anything like super interesting yet. In either of the classes.
What?
I'm just vibing, bro.
You're just vibing?
I think right now I'd probably have to say it's a tie between like English composition or astronomy.
Astronomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, mine was history of film, but I also like my art history class. I'm taking a class in the what's it called ancient art of Mexico and Peru.
Ooh.
So
Nice.
yeah, so right now we watched like the ancient Maya creation story, and we also read it because it's like it's a really long story, and then we have to write an essay about one of the elements within it and what it's supposed to represent. So I'm currently doing that right now, and yeah, the class like it's a morning class. It's from it starts at 9 and it's only an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't take too much of your time, but it is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I have to do that on Friday. But I like it because it's just, I feel like it's not a lot of work. And also just like the content of it is pretty interesting because it just focuses a lot on like artifacts and just like sculptures of just, ancient civilizations. And it's pretty cool if you're into that stuff, which I kind of am because, like visual arts or whatever.
It seems you're very into like the history in the past.
Yeah.
Which I mean, I don't know. See, like the thing is I'm a pretty well-rounded student. So like I love a bunch of different subjects and history is one of them. I don't know if I could do a history class though.
History class?
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably actually, I don't want to say that, but I mean, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm more interested in like the sciences.
I guess that is the point of just, college, just to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's not, there is no right or wrong way to, go into college, especially, if you really want to do something. Like if you're interested in something else, there's really no harm in trying it out to see what you really like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like podcasting. I'm so happy to have a studio here because otherwise this would not be a thing.
Yeah, we'll do it on the phone.
Take
the voice
it old
recorder.
School. Let's go.
All the background noise.
It's just like you hear like the people across the hall. But I don't know. Like I also joined the Ultimate Frisbee team, which is like what? And that was also like another thing that I was just like, I mean, it's a fun sport and like why not? Did I ever tell you guys my name? Like I'm Baron von Boxtrot. That's like my Frisbee name.
Where did that come from?
We're not allowed to know.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they just assign you names?
It's just, like we have a whole naming thing where like we pretty much spend the whole day with each other doing a bunch of stuff. And then at the end of it, I think I did talk about this before, but yeah. That, like they're all like, you come, so you're supposed to like, I don't know, there's like a chair, like a really old chair that the team has had like for years.
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to like kneel in front of it. And then they're like, you go down as Michael and then you come up as Baron von Foxtrot. It's very cool. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. I don't know. I'm not officially part of the rugby team, but I do photography for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have a nickname yet or not.
As a camera guy.
I guess, camera guy would be like the go-to, but maybe if they come up with something else, I don't know, like water
How
boy.
would you feel about like Snap?
Snap?
Snap.
I don't know. It sounds pretty.
It's like a camera snap. I don't know.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, there's some pretty interesting names in the rugby team.
You got any examples?
I do, but they're pretty explicit.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, so Mario asks if he can return as a guest star. I like how he put guest star.
Yeah, he's the star of the show.
I mean, he steals the show.
He does steal the show.
Knocks out in the middle of it. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. I forgot what we were talking about, but he was just like if we had a video camera right now, I would just like lean back, just like slowly close my eyes. That's how he was.
Yeah. Anyway, the next question. I mean, Mario, of course you can return.
You can come right now. You can come right now.
So how are you liking the new Pokemon game? Are you ever into Pokemon?
I was when I was little. I had the Game Boy Color, I think.
Oh, snap.
And I had Green Leaf. That was like my very first one. And then I had another one.
I think you meant Leaf Green.
Leaf Green. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Green Leaf, Leaf Green. Same difference.
Green Leaf could be a totally different thing, bro. I mean, I'm just saying.
It was a bootleg, okay?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
At the swap meet.
Yeah. Pokemon Green Leaf.
Pokemon. No, wait, that's a person.
Yeah, it's a person. We don't go into that.
Okay.
Let's not go into that. But yeah, I did play Pokemon Go for a little bit, like back when it first started getting popular. Yeah, getting popular, but then I dropped it, and then I haven't really thought of it since.
Yeah, no, I kind of play Pokemon Go. I mean, I just play it because there's a lot of like stuff you can do here. Like there's a lot of Pokemon to catch. There's a lot of places like to get items and stuff.
It's a college.
Yeah, it's pretty busy. And so that's pretty nice. Like, but because before, like back home, there was like no Pokestops around my area. So like I had to like actually walk like 10 minutes to go to get something, and it wasn't even worth it. So I just never had it. And also before I had this phone, I had like a really crap phone. Well, I mean, it wasn't really crap, but
it was old.
Yeah, it was a little bit dated, but I mean, like it just couldn't run proper, like, you know, good enough. Yeah, but they recently dropped on January 28th a new Pokemon game that's like completely different than the main series stuff, but it's still canon. And it's pretty much like, I don't know have you ever heard of Breath of the Wild?
I have, yeah.
The Legend of Zelda game. Yeah, it's similar to that. Yeah, it's open world. It's you are in the wild, and it's like the Pokemon attack you.
Oh,
so you gotta it's like an actual RPG. It's pretty sick.
So do you like use other Pokemon to defend yourself, or do you have to like
you don't just walk up and punch a Pikachu in the face? Although that'd be pretty fun. No, I mean you could throw stuff at them like rocks and stuff like that, or like balls of mud. Not rocks. You don't get to throw rocks.
Yeah, we want to keep physical violence to a minimum.
Yeah, but like there's a bunch of like giant Pokemon that are called like nobles, and they like are the bosses in the game, and they like straight up go for your throat. Like it's hard. I had a lot of trouble on the third boss. I lost 3 times, and I was like about to rage quit. I was this close. I'm not even gonna get into it. Yeah. Well, I'm clearly passionate about Pokemon, and yeah, dude, I love the game. I was like, I talked about it for like a whole hour when I was on a video call with my girlfriend this past weekend, and I just love the fact that she let me.
Yeah,
I was like so
that's
excited.
True love right there.
There you go.
Getting excited about when other people or when your significant other just goes ham into something they love.
And she's like somewhat familiar because she like grew up with like only brothers, right? So they were good at Pokemon, and she used to play like Pokemon Stadium on like the N64 and stuff like that. But yeah, and she also had a bunch of like cards that like her brothers would pass down to her.
I had Pokemon cards. I remember that too.
Pokemon cards. My brothers would always lose them, so my mom never let me have any. I was kind of sad. Yeah, but anyway, like basically this Pokemon game is very different. I love it. I'm like 20 hours into it so far. I haven't had a lot of time, but I haven't really progressed that much into like the main story, just because there's like so much to do. There's like a lot of side quests. It's pretty sick. It's called Pokemon Legends Arceus or Arceus, however you want to pronounce that name. It's pretty fun. If you have like a Switch, I definitely recommend it. Like it's not like your typical like Pokemon game like Sword and Shield and stuff like that. Yeah, no, it's pretty epic. I don't want to say too much about it because I feel like it'd be better for you to just experience it yourself. And like, if for those of you who are listening who have maybe played it, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is like story heavy as well, so that's pretty sick. Right. You don't usually get that with a Pokemon game. The stories are always like whack.
Yeah, whack.
Anyway, so there's that, and then now this next kind of like segment, I guess, is still going to be a Q&A, but these next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 questions are from the same person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's go.
Thank you, Angel. He's a senior now. I met him as a sophomore, I think, or when he was a sophomore. Yeah, we were in band together in high school. Same section. We both played the clarinets. It's pretty. He's a pretty fun guy.
Are you still in
concert band? Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, dude, the music this semester though is freaking. It's tough. Like yeah. I looked at it and I was like, oh boy.
Oh boy. Yeah. Like, what do you play usually? Like what? Like
now
what composition?
So it's mostly like, I mean, it's not anything popular. Like where you're not going to hear us playing pop songs.
Oh yeah,
and stuff
obviously.
Like that. But it, like right now, this semester kind of changed it up. Last semester we mostly did like. I kind of feel dumb because I don't like actually know like genres of like orchestral music, but like I know we're playing a couple of marches. We're playing a suite with like a bunch of movements and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and like concertos, if that's how you say
Concerto.
Yeah, it's Italian. Italians took over music. They like
yeah, they're like
all of their language is like all over it, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only reason why I know some Italian, because of music.
The music. Yeah, I know Italian because of my girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Oh, me and my roommates started, I know we're kind of like going off track here, but me and my roommates were like made a plan to learn Polish on Duolingo. Just to learn Polish.
Just to learn no Polish. Reason. Yeah, I remember like, when was it? Like my senior year of high school, I was like, I'm going to learn Polish. And so I got so on funny. Duolingo, and then I realized how complicated it was. Dude, and I just gave up. I gave up. There's a bunch of W's and Y's and C's.
There's a lot of stuff you don't pronounce.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you don't pronounce. And then there's like also tricks with accents and just sort of a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
It's definitely a tough language. Like I give props to all the Poles who can speak it, because it's like I can't handle that. I could probably handle like something, like French, or
you could probably do
Italian
Dutch.
Or Dutch.
Dutch is very similar to English.
Yeah, like Dutch, like any
or German.
Western European country like language, I feel like would be a lot easier than Polish.
Like the only word that I can remember in Polish was like Dziewczynka or something like that, which I think means girl. And that's the only reason I know that is because I couldn't pronounce it for like 2 days, and then I finally got it.
Dziewczynka.
Something like that. I probably messed it up too. All the Poles.
Yeah, hopefully it's not a curse word.
No. I know it was like one of the first. Okay, damn. Me getting censored on the podcast. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Angel, for providing all these questions. He said, I'm proving a multitude of questions. This episode is gonna be lit. I think he meant to say providing, but he misspelled. So the first question I have here is, what's your spirit animal?
That's a question I usually don't think about. So
I feel like I'm a turtle.
A turtle?
Like I'm pretty chill, kind of to myself sometimes, and I can be a little bit slow. A lot of the times, like when I said south instead of north, let's go.
I don't know. That's
and I like the ocean.
So, yeah. I mean, that's one of the questions where I've heard it a lot, but I never thought about it.
We should take like a BuzzFeed thing right now.
We should take a spirit animal. I don't know. I want to say something that. Hold up.
What's your spirit animal? Presented by Geico.
I guess a gecko.
Okay, so I'm on BuzzFeed right now. It says pick an indulgent food.
What's it called? Oh, okay, I know now. So like,
movie
what's it called? Axolotls are.
Oh yeah.
The little like salamander things.
Let's go.
Yeah, I think that would be a good spirit animal just because they seem pretty chill. And they're aquatic animals, and I like water.
Thank you. That was amazing.
No, but yeah, I just think they're really like cool. And the interesting thing about it is that my sister got one recently. She got one, and
oh damn, how do you get one?
I'm pretty sure they sell them in certain states. In certain states they're illegal.
That's my spirit animal. I got a Shiba Inu, the freaking dog.
No, I'm pretty sure they're legal in some states to keep as exotic pets. But
I mean, I feel like Texas would definitely.
Yeah, Texas would definitely be. But yeah, she has one, and honestly, I think they really do match. Who I am. I'm just pretty chill. Yeah. They're not known to be aggressive.
Let's go Aquarius King.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Oh, dude, astrology.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And they're obviously native to Mexico, so I guess that's another thing.
Yeah.
And also like pretty funny sometimes, like the way they act. Like I remember, I think, my sister's axolotl was like playing with its own reflection. So like it will look at it and it'll just jump, and then it'll keep looking at itself again and it'll jump again. And it was really funny. I was just sitting there like being entertained by it for a good 30 minutes. But yeah.
Kind of on a similar note, what mythical beast would you want as a pet?
Mythical beast.
I feel like a Pegasus would be pretty sick to have.
Pegasus?
I mean, dude, a flying horse? Come on. Take that any day.
Flying horse.
Actually, maybe like a small dragon.
Yeah, I think a dragon would be pretty cool.
A small dragon would be pretty sick.
Yeah. Small dragon.
You save money on like natural gas and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? I guess that would be like one of the big ones.
Let me just search up like mythical beasts.
Loch Ness monster
as a pet, an ogre, a leprechaun. Oh, a mermaid.
Mermaid.
Imagine just having like a mermaid living in your pool. Actually, they'd probably die because of like the chlorine. But
yeah,
never mind.
That's
or a fairy.
Work. A fairy. What else? I don't know. I guess ogre would be cool just because of Shrek.
Or
talking donkey.
There you go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with a tiny dragon. Like Mushu, Mulan.
Yeah. A gnome.
A gnome. Hell no, bro. They're devious little creatures, dude. Devious. Same thing with like leprechauns. Although with a leprechaun, you could probably land yourself like some cash.
Yeah, some bread.
Yeah. The next question on like a completely different thing. He was very diverse with these questions. What type of legacy would you want to leave behind?
Oof.
I like changed the order of these specifically because like they're kind of all over the place.
Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Okay.
Because a
legacy. I definitely would want to like.
Would you want to have kids?
Yeah. Okay. That's on the plan.
Yeah, that's on my plan too.
Yeah. So we're gonna have kids. They're gonna be dope as hell. Adorable, and then like, I don't know. Actually,
that's not a bad thing.
Dude, like, I don't know, like babies are like interesting.
Babies? You mean
babies?
Like in terms of what? Just
existing.
Just existing. I think
because they're like you have like amnesia. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's like, I don't know what it's called, but like the amnesia of like you don't remember anything when you were a baby.
Yeah, you remember like
you like
a certain age.
Yeah, but it's just like they can be so like cute, but at the same time so like crying all the time.
That's true. Yeah, it's definitely big responsibility to take care of a baby.
I think I saw like a thing in like my AP Psych class in high school where there's like like babies cry differently depending on where they were born.
Oh wow!
Like it's kind of like if crying had an accent, like a British accent, a German accent.
Oh, that's
like a Southern accent. Yeah, that is weird. And I don't know. It's just like they're so what's the word, like impressionable as well, or like have you ever like made a baby imitate you?
Yeah,
it's just like stuff like that. It's just like it's so cool.
Well, yeah, I think what I've heard is like baby, like they're much more what's called receptive to learning compared to adults. That's why it's like really easy to learn a language when you're young.
Right.
When you're young. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's one thing. Like they're just, to them, learning is easy because that's essentially what, what they're doing within their first years. But yeah, like it's like you said, like babies can be cute, but at the same time, they can be a hassle to handle. I'm pretty sure I was like I was one of those babies where like
I was definitely a trouble.
Yeah, I was a troublemaker.
My mom tells this story. I was like 3. I like got a bunch of lotion everywhere, and I spread it on the TV. I spread it on all the DVDs. I spread it everywhere, bro. My mom got so mad. Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything that I've done as a baby. I think I swallowed a penny once. I remember, like, I just have a vague memory of
a fake memory.
No, vague memory of like my mom was yelling at me for swallowing a penny.
Yeah.
I think it was a penny, or it was like something small, like it wasn't life threatening, but she took me to the doctor, and the doctor said it was going to be okay. It's just going to go through, like any other thing that you swallow or most things. But yeah, that was nice. That was nice. Voice crack.
Let's go. Welcome to Voice Crack City. Miguel's your mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms of legacy, though, like, okay, yeah, through children, this podcast is definitely going to be around for
obviously,
a long time, dude. It's kind of hard to imagine what like the technology, what like our society is going to look like in like 30 years. I feel like that's kind of too far to like look ahead and kind of predict. I mean, think about it. It's like, in Back to the Future in like the 80s, they like said, oh, we're going to have flying cars by 2015. And then that came around and we were like, yo, where are the flying cars?
Yeah, where are they? They're invisible. They're invisible flying cars. That's why.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, like it's fun to kind of like think about and like kind of like make predictions, but then also just like
it's very unpredictable.
Yeah,
you don't know what's gonna happen.
I mean, with people like colonizing Mars, I don't know if that's gonna be achievable in the next 30 years, but people are gonna come back to this episode in 30 years on Mars. They're gonna be like, haha, loser. Yeah,
you done goofed. But yeah, no, I think this podcast is a pretty big one because most of the things in the internet,
stay forever.
I would assume they would stay forever if we don't, go extinct as a species.
Oh, digital footprint, dude, that's so scary to think about. I was having this conversation with one of my friends, like over a meal or something, and I don't know. It's just like, would you want to get rid of like your whole online presence before you go? Before you die? I probably wouldn't, but I mean, like at the same time, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna get canceled.
You're gonna get canceled? That's a very interesting question. I don't know. I think it wouldn't be harmful, just to leave it.
Yeah. I don't know. When did you first get social media? Like I'm talking like Snapchat, Instagram,
probably
Facebook.
Like somewhere around middle school, like 7th or 8th grade.
See, I didn't get mine until junior year of high school.
Well, the thing is, like, I had it,
but you like never.
I just used it for memes. I wasn't, like people posting all the time about their lives or whatever. I just made it because meme pages. and I still use it for that purpose. Yeah, I don't really use my social media a lot other than for that. Obviously, there's like people that I know that I follow, and that they follow me back, but I'm not the type of person to sort of just document everything on my social media.
I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah, like if there's something, you know, pretty interesting or cool that I see, then yeah, you know, or if I like, yeah, like I think I mentioned it last episode, but I do photography. So, you know, if I do like a photo shoot and I really, really like it, then yeah, I can post something like that.
Well, I mean, of course.
Well, yeah. But yeah, I don't really use it a lot to, you know, display myself. I just use it.
Yeah, that's why I haven't like shown my face on this podcast. Like the only thing associated with it is my voice.
That's true, yeah.
And like
face reveal. Maybe future.
If
this episode gets 1,000 likes.
Oh my god, bro! My mom, so way back in the day, my mom was like, or I asked her, I was like, "Can you be a guest on the show?" And she was like, "If your podcast gets, or if one of your episodes gets 100 likes, I'll do it." I think it hit like 3. It was pretty funny. By the way, if you're watching this episode, please like the video.
Please like the video.
Yeah, so I do these like intro moments now.
Yeah.
Where like I'll put like a clip in the middle of the episode and put it at the very beginning, kind of like as a little preview.
Yeah.
I think that might be the preview.
Yeah. That's the preview.
There you go.
All right. What were we talking about? We were talking about legacy. Well, what I was thinking is just through art.
Ooh.
I think would be a pretty nice way to do it. And it doesn't have to be like overly popular, you know, like you don't have to be the biggest hit or, you know, be the most popular person.
Can you imagine like one of your pieces or like photos or something showing up in like an AP exam? Like
yeah, that'd be really, really cool. But yeah, just like through art, like I mentioned that I do photography and I think photography is pretty cool. And I also want to start getting into filmmaking and just being able to do those things, I feel like is a good way to establish a legacy. And it doesn't have to specifically be, you know, that. It can be anything, you know, like this podcast, you know, you can consider it as
art.
As art, yeah. Like it's a way of...
Or it's like creativity.
Or, yeah, like creative endeavors. Yeah, creative expressions, creative endeavors. I feel like that's a very good way to do it. And obviously, I'm no expert at it because I'm a freshman in college and I have no clue what I'm doing. But I feel like that would be something really cool.
I think that's very illuminating. Like the fact that we're just freshmen in college.
Yeah, like we have a long way to go.
Dude, we really do. We're going to be here for like 3.5 years.
Yeah, 3.5 years. And then even after that, if, you know, if we plan to go to grad school.
I'm thinking about it. But also, I don't know if I want to do it.
I'm also thinking about it. Obviously, there's pros and cons to that, but
yeah. I think just having like a master's in computer science would really help, but also it's not really necessary.
Mm-hmm. It just really depends what you're looking forward to do. Like right now, I really don't know what I'm doing. That's why I'm just kind of in the fence with the grad school. But if I do end up doing grad school, I'll probably do something within film because I know that NYU has a really good film school. And
dude, if you become like a freaking producer, director, I'd go opening night. I better get invited. Like
get invited.
All your premieres.
Yeah. Exclusive premiere, like for only people that I know. Yeah.
Nah, that'd be sick though. I mean, like whatever you do, I mean, good for you, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a lot to think about, but I think that'd be really
this
cool.
Microphone is like... I was looking at yours. I was like, why is yours not like that? Anyway.
It's twisted. But yeah, that was a good question.
Thank you, Angel.
Really good question.
All right, now to jump off to something totally different again. Wait, what'd you say?
Nothing. I'm expecting something. That's why I laughed.
What's a cool instrument combo?
Instrument?
Like if you were musical? To combine 2 instruments together.
Into one.
I think a tuba. No. I think a piccolo. No, I think a harmonica.
You go ahead.
I think a harmonica that sounds like a tuba would be amazing.
Oh wow!
So like it's a tuba harmonica combo. Just take like 2 different things.
Yeah, I think a really, really, really cool one.
You could call it the bass harmonica.
Harmonica.
It's not funny. I don't know.
I think a really, really cool one would be a cowbell and a triangle.
How would you play that?
I don't know. But yeah, they're like both. I mean, yeah, they're both essentially percussion instruments, and I think they're both pretty cool instruments. That would be like my go-to instrument, a cowbell or a triangle. Is there any people who play the triangle in your?
I mean, kinda. Like yeah.
Well, there's there's percussionists who do different things.
The percussion parts are usually like multiple instruments.
Okay, yeah, but there's not an exclusive person who plays the triangle.
No, that's not usually how it goes. Yeah. The next one is like, what's one of the 5 senses that you would boost? Like the option to get super hearing or being able to see really, really far. I definitely wouldn't go for like touch. I feel like can you imagine? Well, I mean, it depends on how you would boost it. Like if you could touch like every atom or every molecule. I mean, it'd be like a whole different world. Like
it'll feel very different. Like,
and also if you think about it, like you know how like our bodies kind of like neglect touch sometimes. Like I can't feel my glasses on my face right now.
Yeah, unless you like force. Yeah, unless you force yourself to think about it, then you don't feel it. Yeah, I can see that. It'll definitely be weird to have that, but I think
the way I would kind of like do it though is like if you touch something and you can like instantly like
know what it is or what.
I mean, that would be kind of interesting too, but I'm saying like if you touch like a really old glove that you found at like a thrift store and you touch it and you can like see like it's past and like where it was.
Okay.
That would be pretty sick.
Really, yeah, just touching everything and then
just being like hands everywhere.
Yeah. That'd be pretty interesting. I was
or at least
thinking,
that's the way I would boost like
I was
touch.
thinking what was I thinking? Either sight or sound, I think would be pretty beneficial.
Yeah. The smell would kind of mess you up sometimes.
Yeah, smell. I guess if you could, I guess it could be good for like tracing stuff.
Right.
Like dogs
like
have
dogs,
like having a heightened sense of smell. Like if you know what something smells like, and that's a good way to find it.
Right.
So you would never have to lose anything unless it just doesn't have a smell. I mean, because I think most things technically do have a smell. It's just that like we can't really detect it. Yeah, like
right.
Our olfactory senses don't like detect them. We only detect like stronger impulses or whatever, like food or really bad smells.
Yeah, really bad smells.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like also my nose is just terrible.
Your nose is terrible.
Like when I was a kid, I had like really smelly feet, and I have a feeling that might have messed up my nose and like my sense of smell.
Smelly feet.
Yeah, we're good now, but I mean, like,
it stinks in here. Whoa.
What else is there? That you also have touch, you have smell, you have sight, you have hearing.
There's a couple of
another
taste? One. Taste.
Having a boosted sense of taste.
How would that? I guess you would.
Maybe you can like distinguish. I don't know, like eating like something like mixed foods would be pretty interesting. Like you could taste everything individually, but also that's like,
or like turning it on and off, that would also be interesting. Turning off taste or not taste. Ooh. So like if you
get like dared to
if you
eat yellow snow and then you're
turn off the taste. I was thinking about things that you don't like, but I guess that works too.
I was trying to bring it full circle
because there's like things that's actually interesting. I've never met anyone who like is not, open to eat everything. You know what I mean?
Like someone who's extremely picky like that?
Oh no, I mean, I've never met anyone who doesn't have a preference in food. So like that would be interesting. Like if you don't,
like if you could just turn off the different I don't know how taste buds work, but I don't know if you have have you ever seen that map of like the tongue that has like the different sections?
Yeah, different sections.
I don't know if that's true or not, but
I don't know either.
I doubt it. But I mean, I think I read somewhere that it's like not how it actually is, but like if you could turn off like individual tastes.
Ones, yeah. But yeah, like one thing that I don't like is tomatoes. Like I just don't like the way they taste.
You just got you triggered like half. I'm kidding.
Well, I'm sorry. Like I'm sure there's people out there who don't like certain things, and you know there's like a bunch of debates about food in general. But that's my preference. So yeah, if I had to eat a tomato, I could just turn off my tongue.
I think ultimately though, I would probably go with like boost in vision.
Yeah, vision.
Just like I wear glasses. I can't lay down sideways with my glasses on because it'll just
prop up.
It'll like ruin my face. So, I think not just to have like perfect vision, but also like I mean, there's so many ways you could do vision. Like you can, I don't know, like see through walls. You can
see through walls.
Red
light.
Actually, I feel like I would definitely want to have. No, screw vision. I'm okay with glasses. I've lived with them since I was like in third grade. I'd want to have like way better hearing, or like you can have like what's it called, where like you can hear something and it like you know what note it is like musically.
I forgot what it's called.
Isn't it like perfect tune, perfect ear, perfect something? I know it's perfect something.
Perfect.
This is gonna be
I know what
crazy.
you're talking about because I remember a guy in my high school who just did not have that at all. So I remember we were talking about it, and he said himself too that he was like, oh, I think it's like musically
perfect pitch.
Perfect pitch.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. So like, yeah, he was just like, I have perfect pitch. You know, I'm a musical genius. I know what each note is, but he was just very terrible at it.
Yeah, I feel like that would make me just like a better player. And I mean, it's just like you can also, I don't know, I feel like that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Or like there's even more like senses up above the like
sense of motion.
Yeah, like sense of balance.
That'd be
really good for like tightrope, roping. Just like
make a ton of money, bro.
Yeah, stunting.
Being able to balance yourself on your pinky.
Yeah, just like balance, dexterity. I think reaction time would be really, really good if you're into sports.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that because like the question was like one of the 5 senses. But you're right. Like we do have a lot more different senses. More.
So yeah, like reaction time would be really good if you're doing sports. Like you'll become this really super athlete.
Where do you think reaction time matters like the most? In like what sport? Maybe if you're like a goalie.
I think it matters in a lot of sports, like in their own individual ways. There's really no like one that matters the most because they all rely on it to a degree.
Yeah, but I was thinking like soccer as like a goalie, or like
soccer's a goalie.
Anything where you have to play like defense by like blocking something.
Yeah, boxing's a big one. Like any
or
martial
actually,
arts.
Yeah, boxing's
because you really
probably take.
Yeah, you really want to dodge those because if you don't dodge a punch, it hurts a lot.
Yeah. Do you still do boxing?
I do, but it's kind of. It just sucks doing it in here because
you don't have like a punching bag.
I don't have a heavy bag, and I requested a college for. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I requested a college for it. I was like, "Yo, I need a heavy bag," and they were like, "No." Well, they essentially said no, but they said it in like a very corporate, corporate, not collegey, like faculty to student way.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh, we can't have that because, for one, there's not enough space, even though there clearly is. And the second one was a little bit more interesting. They said it was what's it called? It was not very welcoming to like the gym environment in the sense that, like if like people who don't regularly go to the gym, like especially when you go downstairs, like there's like this down section where like all the weights and everything else is in there, and it's just really dumb because like for one, it's already like very unwelcoming with all the like the athletes.
Dude, whenever football is doing their deadlifts downstairs, you don't want to be down there.
Yeah, like whenever athletes just sort of come over, like it can be definitely unwelcoming to people who don't go to the gym regularly. And even for me too, sometimes when I try to do my own thing, like I'm just in my corner because I have to use. I just do shadow boxing now with 5-pound weights because I don't have a bag. So I would do my own thing, and then everyone else is doing their own thing, and it's just like I really do need a bag, like because it's not. Yeah, like it's one of the essential things with boxing. It's just a bag, like. At a minimum, just to have a heavy bag there would be pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see about that. Maybe I can appeal to someone, maybe if I can, network or something and get something through, I can probably.
You'll get me a freaking bag.
Yeah, I can probably rub like Clayton Rose's head or something.
God.
And
yeah, I thought that was gonna go somewhere. No. Next question.
Yeah.
So this is more like a demand, really. It's make up a Mandela effect theory.
Mandela effect?
You know what that is, right? Where it's like...
I'm trying to remember.
It's basically where a large group of people remember something happening this way, but or it totally didn't happen that way. They remember like... something being this way when it never really was.
Like
the monocle and the monopoly, dude.
Monocle and then the fruit of the loom or whatever, cornucopia. Yeah. What was the question again? Because I got too invested.
Just to make up a Mandela effect theory.
Theory?
There was never a volume 1 of the podcast. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. This is like college edition was the only edition. Yeah. I don't know.
Mandela effect.
I honestly, that's really hard. I don't know.
Did it ever happen? Was there ever a thing?
Then I don't want to spread misinformation.
Make up a Mandela effect theory.
My birthday's actually in June. It's not.
Your birthday's actually in June. Yeah,
that's also weird. Like people can just straight up lie about when they were born. And they would never know.
Yeah, unless it's blatantly obvious. Like you can't say that you're 35.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I meant the day and the year.
Oh, the day and the year
doesn't really matter too much.
Well, the year probably does, but the day doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Like I could say I was born February 6th, and literally you'd not be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
Well, astrology people would say otherwise. Based on your personality.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go there.
Let's not go there. Yeah. It's a good one.
I don't know. That one's hard.
Yeah, that one's really hard. I was thinking of one earlier, but it just flew completely over my head. I guess this isn't really a Mandela effect, but just the day Jesus was born.
Oh, yeah. Because never on Christmas.
It was never on Christmas, and it's even suspected to be on March or whatever.
Yeah.
But when was he really born? Ooh. I'm not saying that. I'm not attacking Christianity. I'm not saying that he never wasn't born. I'm just saying
he probably wasn't born around Christmas time.
Yeah, but even then, his birth is ambiguous just because of historical accounts or the reliability of historical accounts. Mm-hmm. So he could he could literally have been born any time of the year just because we don't know which specific day he was born.
He could have been born the 26th.
Yeah.
Could have been born the 24th.
Yeah.
Wasn't the calendar system different back then?
Yeah, it was. And then, it was very different. And then they changed it. And then, the whole pagan, celebration. And then it got moved to the 25th and then all that stuff. But yeah, that's just a very interesting thing that
he's just speaking the facts, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not attacking anyone. Completely neutral. This is from a historical, point of view.
Objective. Yeah.
Or as much as objective can be, because not everything
is religion.
Yeah, is objective. Even in historical accounts,
they do have bias.
They do have bias because you're relying.
Who wrote the textbooks?
You're relying on people who wrote about people who wrote about people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's like playing telephone back in kindergarten.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's my mental.
There you go. If you had the abilities of an animal, what animal would you pick? We're kind of speeding through these. Something that could climb very well.
They could climb very well.
Like a panther. or jaguar. One of those like cats that like live in the trees.
Yeah, they're both.
I think it's
pretty
a
good climbers.
I'd go with that.
Does he have to be like anatomically accurate, or can it just be like he just grow wings and fly?
I don't know. Oh, actually, a bird would be pretty sick.
Yeah, like if it's not
like an eagle.
Yeah, if it doesn't have to be anatomically accurate, then yeah, like an eagle would be pretty cool. Just because it would save you a lot.
Or like a bat, or like a dolphin that has like the echolocation kind of thing.
Echolocation, yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
You can see in the dark. Yeah, essentially that's how they see in the dark with sound.
We might get a little interesting here, but the question is, what's a power that is mostly abused?
A power that's mostly abused?
Dictatorship.
Dictatorship, a power? I think wealth.
Ooh.
Wealth is a pretty big one, and I think it's probably the biggest one.
Yeah. I mean, if like people say, like here's the thing, you know that saying like money doesn't buy you happiness?
But it can buy you a lot.
I'm saying like I've learned over the years, like, you know, you've been kind of fed that like my whole life. And then you kind of start to realize just how expensive like living is. And I mean, like you can find happiness in a lot of things, but I mean, I just bought myself something for my birthday and I'm kind of happy.
I guess it could give you temporary happiness. I don't know. There's definitely truth to it being, you know, like rewarding.
I guess happiness isn't or like money isn't entirely like, I don't know how to say that, but
I know what you mean. Like
to an extent, money can buy you happiness.
Money can, but like to an extent.
Like if you think about it, like if you were able to use your wealth to like help out like a really like a community that like was in need, I feel like you would make a ton of people happy that way.
That's true. Yeah.
But then it's like, what is the source of happiness? Like, is it the money? Is it like
helping out
the person help? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the altruism and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. But in terms of just power dynamics, I think wealth is a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's very relevant historically and contemporary.
So what's a power that seems weak but can be strong?
Patience. Yeah, a lot.
No, wait. I want the audience to sit on that for a little bit. No, go ahead.
No, I think, patience is a very, very big one. Just because it can apply to a lot of things. You know, just being patient with, you know, yourself, or being patient with something, you know, being patient with something you're working on, being patient with other people.
It takes a lot.
It's a skill. Like it's definitely hard to do that, to be patient with things and with people.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I think patience overall, I probably have like an 8.
An 8? Yeah, I'd probably have like an 8. Or yeah, I'd say on a good day, I'll probably be like 8 or 9.
I mean, literally before we signed the studio, there was a guy in here, and like we waited like 5 minutes for like to him to finish, and then before like even knocking on the door and being like, "Hey yo, we booked the room." But I don't know. I guess it kind of like just for me, I think I get it from like having to grow up in like a household of like 10 people. And you just gotta be like patiently, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that could go 2 ways. You can either become like super irritable, or you can become super patient.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. But to me, like my little siblings probably developed my patience a lot. And then also just like the things I was interested in growing up, like playing Pokemon is kind of a patient game. And just stuff like that. Okay.
This next question.
Who would win in a fight? Jesus or Goku? Okay. Elaborate with heavy detail. See, okay. I don't want to get into too much detail because I only have like 4 minutes before I gotta like head to class.
Oh wow, yeah.
Well, I mean, I could probably stay a little bit after 1, but I have class at 1:15. It's 12:56, so we're speed running these last 4 questions.
All right.
So Jesus or Goku, honestly, with like all honesty, wasn't Jesus just a human? So like I think Goku would like destroy. I'm kidding, not
Destroy him.
But then again, it's like maybe Jesus could like sit down and have a chat.
Yeah, Goku probably faced the wrath of God.
There you go. So okay, he would win the battle, but he'd lose the war. That's right. There you go. I'm not gonna elaborate with heavy detail, just lack of time. What's the most unique way to use the Force from Star Wars?
There's a lot of unique ways. I don't know.
Oh God. You're right. You're right.
The way it was worded, it's, I don't know. What's the most unique way you can use it? I guess just to screw around with people. I mean, because if you had it, but no one else knew you had it, you could just literally screw around with people.
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
Like use it for like a Halloween haunted house.
Yeah, Halloween haunted house. You just like,
that would be so cool.
Yeah,
actually,
you'll sit crisscross in your room, and then you just like open doors and do a bunch of stuff in your.
Oh, you can definitely help out like VFX and like in movies and stuff like that.
Or that too, yeah. That's also.
I mean, if people had the Force, that could like definitely create like a difference. If like not everyone had it, and then it's like then you have that power dynamic.
Yeah. And it's definitely
Let's not get political.
Yeah, it's going to get problematic real quick.
So would you rather fight a horse-sized chicken or 100 chicken-sized horses? I'll take on that horse-sized chicken.
Horse-sized chicken?
Yeah. So I think chickens are a lot less aggressive than horses can be.
Well, you're fighting it, so it's
and also 100. I'd probably get tired after like 2 of them.
Chicken-sized horses?
I mean, like chickens are not that small. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not something you could just kick. Like,
oh no, yeah. I guess horse-sized chicken would be. I'll just try to what's it called? I'll just try to handle it diplomatically. Talk to me like, hey yo, we don't have to do this, okay?
Peace. Combine 2 animals each, and then theoretically have them fight. A whale.
A whale
and an ant combined together.
A want.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine a whale that can crawl?
Oh, that sounds really awful. It's just seeing that.
Just like
yeah.
No. I'm not good. Oh, dude, a spider combined with a whale.
Oh no.
A giant that can swim. I think spiders can, or some spiders
can swim.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
You imagine being out on the beach one day and you just see a spider.
You just see a spider
paddling through the water. Damn.
I don't know.
So yeah, it'd be spider whale versus ant whale.
Spider whale versus ant whale. That sounds pretty interesting.
It sounds like one of those Sharknado movies.
Sharknado.
Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla. Yeah. So I was trying to think. I don't know.
That's interesting.
2 animals. I don't know. My brain's pretty empty right now.
A horse-sized chicken and a chicken-sized horse.
Yeah, we can
make
do
them fight each other.
Yeah, I think the horse-sized chicken. Well, it also depends on their own.
I don't know. I don't know how aggressive like chickens are.
I don't think they're aggressive. I think roosters are more aggressive. Yeah.
I mean,
unless you probably like screw around with their egg or something, then they'll probably kill you. But
yeah, it kind of reminds me of Family Guy, the whole chicken and Peter. Bro, some of the funniest.
What a feud.
And the last question is, how would you fight Thanos? I don't know. I feel like I'd just give up. I'd be like, you know what, man? Take my life. I don't care.
I'll probably just shoot him.
I mean, it depends on which Thanos we're fighting. Is it like ultimate power, all Infinity Stones Thanos?
Yeah, or are we fighting like the I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I was going to say no word. But is it like the boring Thanos in his little Shrek ogre hut and then he gets sliced off?
Oh, right. With like, yeah.
I don't know.
Is that a spoiler? The movie's been out for years.
It's been out for years.
If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, yeah.
I don't know, man. Thanos, hand-to-hand combat, I take him on any day. Bro, I'd get decked in the face.
Yeah, I get decked in the face.
Anyway, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the podcast. And thank you to those who submitted questions. And of course, thank you to Miguel, who decided, I invited and was able to come around and talk with me for...
Yeah.
If you enjoyed the episode, give it a like, subscribe or follow the show, whatever platform you're listening it to on. I messed up that sentence. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And with that being said, this has been on my mind. I got to get a class. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.